Hello guys, welcome to the Harvard Lab today. My name is Babatunde, and today I'm gonna be talking about finding a percentage of total amount using real world scenarios. Okay, so in this question, I'm gonna work with fractions. I'm gonna work with percentage, right? And based on that percentage, I'm gonna find the exact values that is being actually needed in the question. Okay, so let's take a look at this question. So the first step that I want to take whenever I'm working with this kind of questions is I want to read and understand the questions carefully. Okay, because sometimes some people solve the wrong thing. They're not solving what they're supposed to solve basically, or some people kind of like solve the wrong things. So I want to read and understand what I'm working with first. Okay, so this question says Ryan Raina started to run on a treadmill after setting its timer for 93 minutes. Sorry to all the runners out there if I mispronounced it. And the next sentence says the display says that she has finished 58% of her run. How many minutes have gone by? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so the first sentence is saying Reina has to run on a treadmill for 93 minutes. She set a timer for 93 minutes. Okay, so based on this question, she shouldn't exceed 93 minutes. She should only walk for, she should only run on the treadmill for 93 minutes, right? And so currently, the next sentence says the display says that she has finished 58% of her run. Okay, so out of 100% is basically the total amount of time. 100% is the entire 93 minutes, right? So they're saying out of the 100%, out of the 93 minutes, which is same thing as 100%, she has only finished 58% of her run. Okay, so out of the entire time, which is 93 minutes, she had only finished 58% of 93 minutes. So we're asked to find how many minutes have gone by. So we're asked to find how many minutes based on this 58% has gone by. Okay, so we're gonna use that to kind of solve this question. Okay, so the first step I want to take is I want to ask myself what is the percentage being used. Right, in our case, 58 is the percentage here, right? So I come over here. Okay, so I know percentage at first. Percentage is basically saying divided by 100. Okay, if you see 5%, it's 5 over 100, right? So in our case, it's 58, right? 58% is basically saying 58 over 100. Okay, so next, the first step I want to do is I want to divide this into the lowest possible term it can be. Okay, and we're using a calculator, so there's just plug in here 58 divided by 100, which is 0.58, correct? Okay, so we already got the division we get from dividing the percentage, which is 0.58, right? So we're going to use this 0.58 to find the amount of minutes that have gone by, because 58% of our run has gone by already. So if 58% of our run has already gone by, we can use 58% to find how many minutes have gone by. Okay, so the next step is I want to multiply whatever I divided by the total amount I'm working with, right? So in this case, the total amount of minutes I'm working with is 93, right? So I have to multiply 0.58 times 93. Okay, so you see what I did there. First off, I asked myself, okay, what is the percentage being used for the entire scenario, right? So the entire scenario here is that Raina turned on her treadmill for 93 minutes, and she has finished 58% of 93 minutes, right? So we have to multiply 0.58 times 93. Okay, so one tell you is one trick I want to tell you is that whenever you see a off, like in this case, this off here, off is basically saying multiply. Off is basically giving us a rate value. It's like telling us, okay, this is the amount of rate we'll have to go. Okay, so if you say um I had 5% of 20, right? This is just telling us the rate, right? So this saying every time, because if you bring this down, right, this is basically saying the that out of 100, I got a 5, right? And we're gonna have to convert this percentage here. We're gonna have to put it into 20. Right? We're gonna have to kind of kind of ex- kind of impute this 5% into 20. So that's the same thing we're doing here. We're multiplying 0.58 times 93. Okay, in order to get the amount of minutes that have gone by. Okay, so when we do that, it should be 53.94, right? Okay, and we're asked to round our answer to the nearest tenth. This is the answer that we've gotten. This is the final answer. So asked to round it to the nearest tenth. And in order to do that, okay, let me come over here. So I want to ask myself, what is a tenth? Okay, so a tenth is the number that comes is the number that comes before this decimal point here. You see this point is the number that comes after it. My bad. That comes after the decimal point. So the number that comes after the decimal point in this case is 9, right? 9 is the number that comes after the point. So in this case, this is the tenth. The number that comes after the tenth is called the hundred. So 4 is the hundred in this case. So in order to round our answer to the nearest tenth, we're gonna ask ourselves, what is the number behind the tenth? Right? So we know the number behind the tenth is the 4, right? And we're going to ask ourselves, is that number greater than or less than 5? Right? If it's greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the 10th value. So we're going to have to add 1 to 9. But if it's less than 5, we're going to have to remove this 4. So because the reason we're doing this is because we want to remove all the numbers behind the 10th. We want to set all of them to 0, right? And so we're going to ask ourselves, is the number behind the 10th greater than or less than 5? Right? So since it's less than 5, we can't add 1, right? So the only thing we're left to do is we just set the number behind 9 as 0. So that's all we have to do. Like that, if we do it like that, this is 3.990, okay? Which is the same thing as 53.9.9. Okay? So let me put it there, 53.9 minutes. Okay, correct. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you out, and have a nice day ahead.